What up, guys? This is me, SearingSorrow, and I'm back with another episode of Bad Fanfiction rating. It is Twilight, Thomas and Friends, Season 1. And today's episode I'm rating is Twilight Comes to Breakfast. It is Twilight, Thomas and Friends, Episode 17, Alfred's Adventures on Twilight's Branch Line, Part 1, Twilight Comes to Breakfast. Which means you're about to see like very weird as F, big American style breakfast. And then half the time, it's like, screw that. I always would hate that. I would kind of like hate that stereotype. How people think that Americans will have like big breakfast with like pancakes and all that stuff. And it's like, but some of us, we are just like, either we have breakfast on the go. Like, grab a cereal bar and orange juice or whatever. Or we go pick up fast food or whatever. But, yeah. Okay, here we go. Twilight Sparkle has worked on her branch line for a long time, and she knows it very well. She would usually sing a little tune while pulling the coaches or freight cars. Or more like, Mariah Carey. She's singing Mariah Carey. It's like, or maybe she's singing that old... Trucks are waiting in the yard, tackling them with diesel. Show the world what I can do. Gaily boast a diesel. In and out, she creeps about like a big black weasel. When she pulls the wrong cars out, pop goes the diesel. I can still remember that song. Jeez. And I apologize for that being out of tune a few times, but who am I to care? Okay. The cars sometimes join in, and they will behave well behind her buffers. One day she stopped at Knapford for her last passengers to be let off. Yeah, okay, Twilight's driver. You know just where to stop, Twilight. In fact, you could almost manage without me. Oh, God, no! And that's where the trouble set in. Twilight was conceited. She didn't realize her driver was only joking. Later, she boasted to the other engines. Oh, hell no! Driver says I don't need him now. Pinkie Pie. Fiddlesticks, Twilight, you shouldn't be as silly as me. Apple Bloom. Don't be so daft now. More like, don't be a douchebag. Applejack. I wouldn't go without my driver. I'd be frightened. Twilight. I'm not scared. Applejack. You'd never dare. Twilight. I will then. You'll see. Twilight thought her friends were being stick in the muds. The next morning, the firelighter came. Twilight dozed as the warm swirled through her boiler. Applejack, Apple Bloom, and Pinkie were still asleep. Twilight suddenly remembered what her driver had said yesterday, and that's when the trouble began. Uh-oh. Twilight's coming to... not Twilight. What the heck? Karma's coming to bite you in the back, Twilight. Silly stick in the muds. I'll show them. Driver said I could manage without him. I'll just go out and then I'll stop and wheeze. That'll make him jump. Oh, no! Twilight thought she was very clever. Then she felt her wheels moving forward. Little did she know that it was just a careless cleaner that just fiddled with her controls. I think we need to fire that cleaner. And the fact that the cleaner was not blamed for the later accident in that. Oh my God. That's on a whole new level of petty. I think we need to have a talk with Sir Topham Hatt about that stuff. We're probably, somebody's got to clock him. She soon found out her mistake. She tried to whoosh, but she couldn't. She tried to stop, but she couldn't. She just kept rolling along the line. She didn't dare look at what was coming next. There was the station master's house. The station master was about to have breakfast with his family. Horrors! Twilight shut her eyes. Crashed! Oh, no! Oh, God! The house rocked. Broken glass tinkled and plaster was everywhere. Twilight collected a bush on her travels. She peered through to the dining room through its leaves. She couldn't speak. The station master was furious. His wife picked up her plate. "You miserable engine! Just look what you've done to our breakfast, and now I shall have to cook some more." Priorities, lady. That part was one of the parts that really pissed me off when I saw the original episode, Thomas Comes to Breakfast. Yeah, that was one of the couple things that just annoyed me. It's like, girl, an engine came by and nearly crashed into your house, possibly, almost killing you, perhaps. Yet you're more concerned about your breakfast. Wow. Give it up for her. Jeez, priorities, yo. And then remember, a couple episodes ago, Doug had a very similar accident where he crashed into a building. You know, front first. He crashed into a building. And people just get mad at him. Although, thank God Sir Topham Hatt was not petty or anything like that. But in this, yeah, Sir Topham Hatt was petty. It's like, dude. Yeah, but even then. It's like, y'all got priorities, man. Instead of worrying about the fact that you probably could have died, you're more concerned about your breakfast, lady. I can't understand the logic here. She banged the door. More plaster fell. This time it fell on Twilight. Poor Twilight wanted to apologize, but her face was still covered by the bush. Men propped up the house with strong plies and laid rails all through the garden. At last, Sonic and Tails arrived to help Twilight from the trashed house. Sonic, and a Scottish accent, "Did have fast yourself, Twilight. We'll soon have you back on the rails." The two engines laughed. Puffing hard, Sonic and Tails managed to pull Twilight to safety. Bits of fencing, the bush, and the broken window frame festooned her front, which was now badly twisted. Oh! Geez, that's gonna be quite a bit of damage. That's gonna leave a mark. The two engines laughed again and puffed away. Twilight was in disgrace. For absolutely no reason. Absolutely petty. She knew that there would be more to come, and there was. "You are in a lot of trouble, Twilight." "I know, sir. I'm sorry, sir." Twilight's voice was muffled behind the bush. "You must go to the steamworks to have your front mended. It will be a long job." "Yes, sir." "Meanwhile, an LNER Class B12 will do your work." An LNER engine, sir?" "Yes, Twilight. LNER engines always stay in their sheds until they are wanted. LNER engines never gallivant off to breakfast at Station Master's house." And that's still petty. He found one LNER Class B12. The engine's number is 98462. His name, however, is for the next story. To be continued. Oh, cheers! And then next episode, we'll be reading... Oh, God, the ads! Stop the ads! Why do I hate ads so much? Alfred, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!